Welcome. It is Wednesday, February 17th, and the moon has gone into Taurus. We are almost done Aquarius energy, and the sun moves into Pisces, so we have that, and we have that big square that's happening today. So the moon is happy in Taurus. So there's a happiness there of, getting things together. And I think that's a big one. Is like, are you getting what you need together? And especially with that Uranus squaring Saturn. And we're seeing with that Uranus energy, what's coming in is a lot of rumbling, or you're seeing it across in many areas, right? So my lipstick didn't go on straight. Gotta fix my lipstick when I get on here. Don't like that. There we go. Do what my mom would do. There we go. Oh, it's still not fixed. Anyways, I'll leave my lopsided lipstick. For those who have just joined me and watching me fix my lipstick, my name is Mary Jane Tracy, psychic medium. Yeah, I am. But I am mainly a spiritual love of life coach and bringing you the 411 of the crazy shenanigans of the planets. And being, dipping my toes into the astrological atmosphere of looking at the astrology of the day and the energies of the day. And it is looking at of what are we working on? Like it's I was reading something this morning about 80-20. The 80-20 rule about doing things and business. So are you spending more time on, say you got a client list that's 1,000 people and but you only are reaching 20% of that. That's your 80-20, right? So are you spending too much time on things that don't matter, where you need to really hone down on what does matter and do the focus on that? And that's where it comes in. This is where, especially when it comes, despite the craziness of the world, of what's going on, are you determining on what is essential for you and bringing in the essentials? And that's where, we're heading. What is essential for you? Are you focusing on, and again, I wrote that blog yesterday on being frugal. And being frugal doesn't mean that you're destitute and you're without. Being frugal means that, okay, what doesn't work in my life anymore that I'm spending a lot of time on that needs to be eliminated? So slimming it off. So I have, where people are like trimming the fat. If you've ever been to a butcher shop and they're on pieces of meat, they cut off so much fat, and they keep so much fat because you need some of that fat to hold in the juiciness of your of the meat and the flavor of the meat. Now, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, I'm sorry for that analogy. Just get a grip of yourself, right? Get the carrot out of your ass. So this is where what are you trimming away that isn't needed? So that could be that you are going through, and maybe there's on your phone. How many apps do you have on your phone? Do you use them all? Do you need them all? Right? So are you deleting them? So this is going through and seeing what, Uranus is like, okay, here's your knapsack. Here's what you got. Is everything in there essential? And that's what it's looking at, looking at the essentials of what it is that you need. And that's where this energy is coming in. So it's coming in and looking at the essentials of day to day. It's coming into looking at what are your, maybe even looking at how many passwords have you updated your passwords, or things along that line. Oh my gosh, thank you.
That's under 5 bucks you gave me. This is it. The guy.
Oh wow, my husband bought me a coffee. Thank you, because I didn't go out for coffee today. And that's where it's this is where we start to see, especially the craziness that's happening in the world right now. And that also brings up where there's a lot of truth coming to light with the world, right? So a lot of things are coming up that we are like, wow, holy fuck, look at this. Look at where I've been putting all my energy into that, and now I'm finding that they're not the way that they are supposed to be. So for, another example is like when I worked for Target, and it was like, oh my God, I'm just like, they're really, it was like, you're really trying to make us drink this Kool-Aid, right? And once the corporation started working, and how they said, rah, 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 we got your back. Then all of a sudden it's like, nope, we got to cut here, we got to cut there. And it's like, oh, well, truth is being told that you don't have our back. You are just another corporation that's giving us a bunch of Kool-Aid that means nothing. This is what's coming to light. This is what the Uranus-Saturn square does. And the moon is coming in. The moon's bringing us this oomph of energy of bringing in the transformations, right? Clarity. We're coming into clarity. And sometimes with that, there's a resistance because we don't want to see it. We don't want to believe it. We want something else. We're looking at, no, we have so many different ideals, South Node and Sag. I have so many ideals. I want all of this, and I want this puffiness, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. And it's saying, okay, let's trim it down, baby. Let's bring it down. Because there's going to be a lot being thrown at us in this coming year, a lot more coming at us that's going to have to bring us in some transformation and changes. A lot more is coming forth that says that you got to start, looking at what you have in your bag and what is essential and what isn't essential. I mean, for a lot of it's amazing. I don't carry a big bag with me anymore. And it's like, what do you have in your bag? Is that what you need? And many times it's like, yeah, I got a mask, I got my wallet, got my phone, let's go. That's the essentials now. And even carrying my wallet, the only reason I carry my wallet is because I have my ID in there. That's the only reason. I don't necessarily need the rest of the stuff in there because a lot of it can be, your Apple, hello, Aiden, Apple Pay and things like that come on there. So we are now starting to look at where we need to bring forth and what do we need to work on? Like what I'm looking over here at the chaos on my side. What do we need to work on and maybe stock up on? And because looking at what's happening in Texas, right? I mean, that's horrific. But they're still without power, I believe. It's something they're not used to. They're not used to this type of weather. I mean, but with climate change, we're going to see more of it. We're going to see more of this crazy weather change. And we have to now look at what we need to do so that we can work with this. So it's like, for a lot of people down in Texas, backup generators, making sure that they some of them, may have a winter coat, but do they have a winter coat? They can't even put in an electric blanket, right? They can't watch TV. There's no TV, there's nothing. So, no internet, a lot of the internet, the infrastructure is going on. So what is there that you can build for your infrastructure and build up on? And that's, we're going to be seeing lots of different little changes coming in that are going to get us to conform, because through this square, I mean, Saturn still comes out on top on this square, even though you do have the moon there, and the moon is exalted. The moon's exalted when it's in Taurus. That means it's like it's in its vacation home and it loves to be in Taurus because everything is so wonderful. Uranus isn't. Uranus is like, oh my God, I still have another 7 years left in this hellhole. what can I, shake up more? So it's about the earth shaking up. And so there's a lot of shake up that's happening. So a question I put on my Facebook page this morning is, let's go up to here. And I put, how do you keep track of your progress on your challenges? So take a look and see how you keep track. Do you have a book of shadows? Do you have a daily journal? Do you have a check and balance that you look at? So these are the kinds of things to start asking yourself, how do I keep myself on track? And it's very good to have it written down, not up here because it gets lost. So it's looking at what do I need to do to bring in a check and balance for myself. So you all, my lovely, lovely soul family, I have an angel workshop and I so want you guys there. It is I'm going to say it's like one of the essentials that are going to help you to keep in on your checks and balances. Working with the angels really help you to create a world for yourself. And this is where it is. We're wanting to create, it's your world. You have a choice. We're seeing it. You have a choice of which world you want to be in. You want to be in the hell world and look at all the disillusions and the bullshit, right? I have a journal. I have no journal and no dreams. You have no journal and no dreams. Start writing down in a journal and you might get some dreams. Start writing down in a journal. Write down your goals. What are your goals? What do you want to do? What do you want to acquire? These are things that starting to look, and this energy is also about working with this new world that we are wanting to attain as humanity, right? We want to attain an energy that brings in respect and understanding for others. Being able to listen and not judge. Takes a while, right? Takes a while because we as humans all want to be accepted. Like there's a quote in 1984, the book 1984, James Orwell, and he wrote, it has to do with an experiment that they did because humans want to be liked, right? We always want to be liked. Where it writes 2 + 2 = 5. And the person goes, no, it's 4. No, it's 5. We're saying 2 + 2 is 5. And if you don't agree, this is going to happen to you. And then the person conforms. This is why I don't want that. And that's what that's what he's pointing out is that you're going to, this is where we come into, and especially with this Saturn Uranus square, it's like, what are you conforming to that does not feel right to you when it's coming to your truth and your values? So this is where we keep track. This is, this is what I'm doing to keep myself on track. This is what I'm doing in order to trim my fat, physically, mentally, and spiritually in my life. And that's how we go forward. It's a practice and it's a hard practice. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. So Angels workshop this weekend is absolutely fabulous. You want more information, go to thegurumama.com. I have it still on sale. It's $75 off. It's $147 down from $222. And that's Canadian. If you are wanting to be a part of it, please come join. It is going to be spectacular. It's going to be a pretty awesome workshop. I'm looking forward to it. And it begins Friday evening. So sending you all out so much love. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Have a great one. Make sure that you get out there and you utilize some of this energy to really get going. I know it might feel a little harsh. It might feel a little bit heavy, but I know you can do it. Have a blessed one, everyone.